list?
It's sitting on my desk right now.
Caroline, the DOJ and FBI have now concluded there was no Jeffrey Epstein client list.
No incriminating client list.
Made up by Comey. They were made up by Obama. Focus on Clinton, the president of Harvard. I'll give you a list.
This all comes after shocking revelations about new implications of our most powerful leaders, both former and current presidents.
Good.
But now, given the fact this story won't go away, Trump is zeroing in on his political enemies and saying they're the ones everyone should be focusing on.
They should focus on the fact that Larry Summers from Harvard, that Bill Clinton, who you know very well, and lots of other friends, really close friends of Jeffrey Summers, should be spoken about. Because, you know, Jeffrey Epstein should be spoken about. And they should speak about them, because they don't talk about them. They talk about me. I have nothing to do with the guy.
Now, the reason we haven't been speaking about these people is because, of course, the DOJ covered everything up, not giving any names. And, of course, people were extremely suspicious.
Yeah, I mean, we need a few sacrifices. I've said this before. I'll say it again. We need to have a few people get fucking pulled up.
Of this sudden change.
What is
but
this?
We want to talk about everyone. Let's be clear. No matter who they are, left or right, we want them all to go down.
That's what I don't understand, is that people turn this into like a like this is a partisan issue. I don't think this is a partisan issue. I think this is the people versus the elites. It's not Republicans versus Democrats. I think that anybody who's convinced that there's one side that's doing all of the bad stuff and the other side isn't doing any of the bad stuff, you're lost in the fucking sauce, man. You are. Obviously, both sides are engaging in this.
They were on the island. If they are in the files, we want it all to come out. That's been everyone's stance from the beginning. And it seems like Trump is finally buckling on the idea that he can just ignore the problem, that he can just pretend it doesn't exist. And now it looks like he's shifting to deflecting to some of the other people who are also seemingly implicated.
Hedge fund guys, they're all over the place. You ought to be speaking about Bill Clinton, who went to the island 28 times. I never went to the island.
Now, if true, that's a shocking amount of times. We don't know if Trump has special briefings that we don't have access to right now.
Well, I mean, he obviously does, but, like, it doesn't matter because, like, again, the way he's handled it has burned the trust of the people. So before the Epstein thing, I think that people had the trust that Trump would make the right decision. It's like when Trump bombed Iran, that was like a massive play, and people's trust that he had built up by, you know, getting rid of DEI and getting rid of, you know, different people in government that, you know, Republicans didn't like, and shutting down the border. Like, he delivered on a lot of these other things, and so when he bombed Iran, everybody had his back. I think this definitely is a massive withdrawal of that goodwill.
Clinton denied going to the island. There are some people
who are not going to let up support for the Iranian attack. It has nothing to do with my opinion. I'm talking about public polling numbers. Yeah, I supported bombing them too, but it doesn't matter what I think. I'm talking about the public at large.
Said, oh, maybe he went once or twice, but 28 times. I've never heard that number before. If true, I hope that comes out. I hope we get verification of that. Of course, it wasn't just on the island where these bad things happened.
Oh, what a
And the other surprising twist in this, where the narrative is sort of changing, is that Trump is softening his stance on this letter that he supposedly wrote. Initially, he said, it doesn't exist. I never could have written it. Now he's saying, oh, it could exist, but if it does, someone else wrote it.
I don't know what they're talking about. Now, somebody could have written a letter and used my name, but that's happened a lot. All you have to do is take a look at the dossier, the fake dossier.
So, seemingly, they're laying the...
I don't think that that is softening language. I think that him saying that it doesn't exist and he didn't do it are effectively the same thing. Like, I do. I think that they're basically the same thing. Because they're saying both of them are completely 100%, I did not do this, I had nothing to do with this, period. That's not softening. I don't think it is.
groundwork for this
Personally,
birthday
I don't
book
think so.
to finally be released to the public as we've all wanted. Trump is saying, look, maybe it does have my name on it, but I didn't personally write the note. Now, whether you believe that is totally up to you, but this is such a shocking change in stance from how they've been treating the Epstein files. Previously, we were literally told, look, there's nothing we can charge third parties with. There's no evidence we have on anyone. Now, the Trump administration is meeting privately with Ghislaine Maxwell. Supposedly, there's 100 new people she has mentioned, and Trump is mentioning evidence that he says they have, or some knowledge he says he has, of Clinton being on Jeffrey Epstein's island 28 times.
That's a
which,
lot.
If true, is like so incredibly damning. And these people,
it's damning, but it's not condemning. Like, it's not for sure. Like, I wouldn't say based off of that, like, Bill Clinton is 100% like a weird pedo rapist. I don't think any logical person could not make that conclusion. But I sure think that you definitely need to look into it. It's not proof, but it sure is a fuckload of evidence, isn't it?
people should be locked up. The problem is, of course, it cuts both ways.
Let's be
If you're
real.
going to implicate one person, you have to go after everyone.
Yeah.
Now, Trump was asked if he was ever briefed on his name being in the Epstein files. Of course, it was reported by the Wall Street Journal that he was told, and that's when he started
How many
acting.
points on a graph do you need? I think that you need at least 29. You need at least 29 points on a graph. 28 is just like, I don't know. I mean, it could go either way, right? But 29? Oh, yeah, for sure.
Being very weird about the Epstein files, saying it was all a hoax.
Yeah.
He once again denies it, though, saying he wasn't.
And again, by the way, I think it's cause for investigation. And I like, all I'm saying is that I wouldn't, like, I'm not assuming he's guilty. If you want my opinion, I think he's guilty. But I wouldn't want the government to function that way, right? That's my, I think that he is, but you still have to figure that out.
No, I was never briefed. No.
Now, we have really good reporting on the fact that this seems like a blatant lie. The White House barely even denied it, and the DOJ didn't deny it, so this seems to be just a blatant cover-up as Trump appears to be deflecting onto other people, which, again, we should focus
That
on
never
those people
happens.
as well,
Yeah.
but we can do both at the same time. We should be talking about all of these people. Now, in light of recent talks about Ghislaine Maxwell getting pardoned, stuff like that, Trump is...
In my opinion, I think they 100% should pardon her if she can give out names and evidence. It's just a trolley problem to me. If she can condemn and implicate 5 really powerful people, it's absolutely worth giving her her freedom in order to do that because it's a greater good. It's the easiest decision that you could ever make. Yeah, I mean, it's easy cost benefit. Yeah, like that is the logical thing to do. I understand people might not like it. It doesn't sound good. Doesn't matter. It is good. There's a lot of things that don't sound good, but they are good. What if she's pardoned to lie? Well, of course they wouldn't pardon her until they confirmed it. It's not like she'd just give out the names and they'd let her go. They would have to figure out whether it was true or not, and upon finding out that it was true, then they would pardon her. That's what I would obviously be okay with. Disagree completely. Well, and I want to pull up one person, just real quick. Why do you disagree with this viewpoint? Why do you think that she shouldn't be pardoned? Because she did those things knowing of what she's doing? No, yeah, I know, but would you rather... So, would you rather, let's say you have a gun. Would you rather shoot one bad person, or would you rather shoot 5 bad people? Just because she knows something that politicians don't want to show the American people, one bad person gets pardoned, think about it? No. Just, how is it the morally good decision? She's implicated in all of this? I don't even think that you're... Let's just move on.
Now, House said it's not the time to talk about pardons yet, although once again, he doesn't rule it out. And then he says that if you're going to talk about Ghislaine Maxwell, if you're going to talk about Epstein, talk about Clinton, don't talk about Trump.
A lot of people are asking me about pardons. Obviously, this is no time to be talking about pardons. But a lot of people have asked about pardon. This is just not a time to be talking about pardons. Todd will come back with whatever he's got.
Somebody says I'm getting gaslighted by these Andes. I'm not getting gaslighted. It seems like a lot of these people they can't gaslight. That's not what's happening.
You're making a very big thing over something that's not a big thing. You should be talking about, if you're going to talk about that, talk about Clinton, talk about the former president of Harvard, talk about all of his friends, talk about the hedge fund guys that were with him all the time. Don't talk about Trump.
Well, how about we talk about
everybody,
all of you guys? Because while Trump tries to separate himself and say, oh, you can't talk about me, you got to talk about all these other guys, it just seems like we should be talking about everyone.
And also, by the way, I think it's fair to talk about Trump more because he's the active president of the United States. And the active president of the United States being potentially incriminated in one of the worst things possible could put his position at risk, and it could compromise his integrity and his ability to make decisions through blackmail. That's the reason why it is much more important and much more prescient that Donald Trump is discussed than Bill Clinton. Like, obviously, they should both be discussed, but one of them is an immediate, direct, instantaneous problem that could have consequences. Bill Clinton isn't doing anything. He's probably in a nursing home at some point, right? Like, he's done. Don't you think he's already been blackmailed? I don't know if he is or not. But what I'm saying is that I don't think it's fair to say that all of these people are equal. Prince Andrew doesn't have the same type of social capital and political power that the President of the United States does. And neither do any of these random retards that run hedge funds. Like, yeah, obviously they're really powerful, but compared to the President, they're not.
In the Epstein files, and now as the White House softens its approach on the complete denial and shutting up of the Epstein files, now the goal is just to distance the president from any liability, which is why Ghislaine Maxwell's private meeting with him is so concerning. Today, the president was also asked about whether he was part of the decision for the House Republicans not to release the Epstein files. He says this is just conspiracy theories.
Did you ask House Republican leaders to not vote on the resolution about releasing the files?
I was never involved in that. I'm focused on making deals. I'm not focused on conspiracy theories that you are.
Once again, this is kind of a funny idea, being that this administration and the surrogates are part of the people who pushed this whole thing from the very beginning.
It's really strange to me as people pointing to play defense for Trump, and all the people, the 100,000 documents and thousands of hours of videos are really going to go down with those people. I don't understand why you can't just be against the behavior in general and want to see justice be enacted regardless of who's implicated or not. Like, this is like one of the worst things that a person can do. And I think that, you know, you owe it to the people that are the victims to try to act in their best interest to help them. Like, that's what I think.
To call it a conspiracy theory now, to be making fun of people who are asking basic questions about that, is just bizarre and strange again. But I do think it's worth noting this radical shift in the approach of talking about the Epstein files. Remember, it was that it's a cover-up, then it was the list doesn't exist. Now they're saying the list does exist and they will produce.
I don't think Coffee is accurate about this. I think Trump saying that he has a list of people that Epstein associated with is very different than them saying that they have a client list of people that Epstein trafficked people to. I think these are two different things, and they're two separate lists. I understand that, like, everybody wants to have answers, but I do think that we're making a jump here. And I think that jump is, it's unsubstantiated. That's all. It's just unsubstantiated. I mean, and Coffee could be right, but I don't think that based off of his language, you can draw that conclusion.
So, what names actually they're gonna produce? I think it's anyone's guess. I hope they produce all of them. I'm doubtful. I think there will be some omissions, but it's a credit to all the people who won't stop talking about this that at least there is a change in the approach, and it looks
100%.
like they're gonna have to release some of the files.
We need at least some human sacrifices, okay? At least like 5. Like, I think 5 minimum. Like, really? I mean, are we not even going to get 5 sacrifices? What a fucking scam. What a fucking scam. It's not fair. Yes, blood for the blood god. Exactly. I'm so mad. And so that's what I think, man. Now I'm questioning his crypto videos. No, Coffee feels very strongly about this. I support him and I agree with him. I understand that there's a lot of people out there that are saying that, and I'll link you guys the video. Make sure to give it a like. I love CoffeeZilla. This is his second channel, so a lot of you guys might not be subscribed to it. Make sure you are. Voidzilla. And so, yeah, I mean, again, stop saying that you're going to get banned. No, I'm only talking about people that I don't like, which is, okay, he ran on this. There has to be sacrifices. There have to be, yes. There have to be. Who is he blackmailing? I'm baffled that so many innocent people in law enforcement can just sit on this information. How does it not weigh on their conscience? I don't know what's happening. And I think that the more people that are implicated, the less I believe a conspiracy. Because I think that, again, like, how many times do you guys know that there's some sort of, rumor going around, and before you know it, everybody knows about it. So I don't necessarily really believe that entirely. Ironheart, no wonder Marvel tried to bury this show. Ooh, man.
Remember back in school when you had to do some class presentation, only when it got to the day and the other kids started doing theirs, you realized you'd totally misunderstood the assignment and done something completely wrong, so your only option was to hide at the back of the class and just hope against hope that the teacher would forget about you and let you off the hook.
Yeah.
Well, that's basically Ironheart for you, a TV show commissioned 5 years ago when the whole let's swap out beloved legacy characters for diverse new alternatives craze was at its obnoxious peak in the MCU, based around a particularly unpopular comic book character from arguably the least successful era of Marvel Comics ever, who did nothing but ride the coattails of her far more popular male predecessor, only with none of his charm, likability, flaws, or character development. It was a show that was basically outdated and obsolete before it was even released, lumbered with a main...
Nobody even liked it to begin with, then. So why would they go with something that nobody even liked even whenever it came out?
Character that nobody liked or
That's
wanted,
crazy.
and the fact that the past several years have been nothing but a slow-moving train wreck for the MCU gradually eroded the fan patience and goodwill that might have allowed a show like Ironheart to scrape by. Marvel knew this all too well, and they also knew there was no way to fix or avoid the problem, so they did what we all did in that school classroom decades earlier. They went silent and tried to hide, doing their best to bury Ironheart and hope that people would eventually just forget about it and leave them alone.
This was one of the worst things that happened to me. This was in my last semester of college, and we were doing a group presentation, and obviously, you know, it was me doing the group presentation. I was soloing the entire thing because nobody did anything. And so halfway through the presentation, while I'm explaining everything, the professor stops me. And sure, no, I'm being serious. I stood up the entire night. I did the entire presentation. The class was at 9 a.m. I was there early. I did the presentation. I went home. I went to bed. That's what happened. And so he stops me halfway through the presentation. And he says, okay, we've heard enough from you. I forgot their names. But, like, can you explain this slide? And they're up there like, the circle, and he he talked for like 10 seconds. I immediately was like, yeah. So anyway, let's get back into this, right? Should have called him out. Yeah, no, I did. I did call them out. I emailed the professor later on, and I was like, hey, listen, they didn't fucking do anything. And I absolutely did. It was a business. It was like a process analysis, like computer systems class. And so, like, you had to develop like a computer like system for like I forgot even what it fucking was, but it was basically like a programming chart for how something would work. And I snitched him out. I did, of course, because I had an 88 in the class, and I thought I deserved an A because I was like, well, what the fuck? Like, I did the entire project. They didn't do anything. Like, we got an 85 or a 90 on the project. And, like, yeah, fuck that. Dude, like, again, You might like when I'm on it, like bro. You thought you were on the team. I'm in a battle royale. I'm there for me. I'm there for me. That's it. And so anyway, yeah, fuck them. Absolutely, fuck them. That's the way it is. And so get the grade. Yeah, bro. I'll always try to come out ahead. Always, every time. And so anyway, yeah, fuck them. Base for snitching. Exactly. It's so relatable from comp science. Yeah, because they didn't do anything. Like they didn't know how to use the chart. So we had this Romanian professor. I'm kind of going off on a tangent. We had this Romanian professor. And I remember we had seven questions in our final, and the class is like an hour, right? A little bit over an hour for the final. Each question is an entire page. Like it's like this, and then the page is like the amount of work that you need to do. And some girl asks, "So how many of these do we have to do? Like 2 or 3?" This dude goes, "You can do partial work if you want partial credit," and he walks out of the room. That was it. Just straight up walks out of the fucking room. And like, bro, they were so stressed. They were upset, man. It was hilarious. I hate teachers. No, he was right. He was right about everything. And I liked him a lot. So the point is that that's exactly what happened, right? 100%. Like I was in this situation. Is like, yeah, as soon as they had to start explaining shit, it was awful. It was a teaching moment. Yeah.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for them.
Well, it turns out you can only hide for so long when you've got hundreds of millions of
trying
dollars
to hide, bro.
invested and a contractual obligation
and I
to...
tried to hide them. I did. I tried. I was like, okay, I'm going to explain this. I just told them. I said before the thing, just shut up and stand behind me. I'm going to do the whole thing. You're going to get credit, and we're going to be done, okay? That's it. And I was totally okay with this. But he wasn't.
Release it sooner or later. So, over the past couple of days, the creaky old Marvel PR machine reluctantly rumbled into action once more, desperately trying to drum up some kind of enthusiasm around the show with barely a month to go before it releases. And today, we got the first official trailer. Are you ready? I'm not sure I am. No offense, man, but I'm not exactly sure that's a selling point.
Well, I love how the implication is like a Black Panther, it's like a black people thing. Like, Jesus Christ, like how patronizing. Like, am I the only person that feels that way? Like, that seems so patronizing to me.
Man, she looks about as excited as I feel.
In less than 3 minutes, the air in this elevator will no longer be breathable.
Must have been taco night, I guess. It's okay though, Riri's got a highly technical solution.
Screw this.
Fuck.
Aye, it takes a real genius to force an elevator door open.
Yeah. I see you. I see you're fed up, waiting to be acknowledged for your greatness.
Pull your tongue out of my arsehole, Gary. Dogs do that. You're not a dog, are you, Gary?
Oh,
I want to
Jesus.
build something undeniable. Something
important.
Iconic.
What, you mean like the thing that Tony Stark already built like 20 years earlier?
Yeah, you're gonna do the
gist
same
here
thing.
is that Hooded Justice, or whatever the fuck this guy's called, offers to give Riri the resources and money she needs to construct her new suit of armor, on the condition that she helps him in return. I'm sure that won't have negative consequences.
Sure.
You've bitten off a hell of a lot more than you can chew. I could chew a lot.
I hate so much about the things that you choose to be.
And of course, no MCU production would be complete without the patented Marvel humor.
Would a shady bunker have that on the wall?
It's literally above a crate of self-guided missiles.
I'm returning those.
That's exactly the way that I feel. Yeah. That's just about it. Yep.
And if all of this isn't a sign of how little confidence they have in this thing, then check out these comments.
Alright, I'm back.
A lot of people think that she's a successor to the Iron Man legacy. But in the comic book, Riri and Tony had a friendship, and eventually she got her own identity.
The story of Ironheart is not a story about the mantle of Iron Man getting passed. If anything, it's the opposite.
You sit on a throne of lies.
Spots the recurring theme here. The one thing they keep desperately trying to hammer home is that Riri Williams isn't just some cheap, lazy DEI replacement for Tony Stark. No, sir.
surely that won't be what audiences think. Surely the audiences won't just think that.
She's her own woman with her own personality, and definitely someone you should be excited to see on screen.
I don't think that's true.
Now, call me a crazy drunkard if you like, many people have, but Marvel might have avoided accusations like this if her entire character and backstory wasn't an insecure attempt to one-up Tony Stark in every possible way. Instead of a rich but deeply flawed playboy with a talent for engineering developed over decades of research who constructs
Gonna win this one.
out of sheer necessity to help him escape from captivity, Riri is a genius teenage tech protege who probably taught herself how to build quantum mega computers out of Play-Doh and old Nintendo consoles when she was still just a fetus. Because truly, if there's one thing the MCU needs more of, it's obnoxious teenage girls that are inexplicably amazing at technology.
Why didn't you just reprogram the synapses to work collectively?
Because we didn't think of it?
I'm sure you did your best.
God damn, is that bitch on the rag or what?
Even Dominique Thorne, the actress playing Riri Williams, really wanted to cement the idea that this wasn't some lame attempt to exploit the legacy of Iron Man. In fact,
I mean, can we just say that if you have to go
Gotta reach 2,000, man.
to talk about how this movie
Oh shit, I can't see the chat again.
that, I mean, like, I feel like that's pretty bad, right? I mean, if you need to do that. Yeah, who needs to do that? Why would you need to do that?
according to her trust me bro source, Robert Downey Jr. himself even descended from the heavens to this mortal plane to give her his blessing. As if that counts for anything. He's a fucking actor, not the god emperor of the MCU.
I think this is the dumbest thing, by the way, of having him play Doctor Doom. I think it is so stupid. You already have had a role in the universe. I think it's so weird, man. It's so dumb. It's a really bad idea. I don't get it, man. He was already Iron Man,
anyway,
yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. and I spoke after we wrapped, and he shared some very lovely words about my journey.
That's nice.
Your journey? You've literally been in one movie at this point. A movie so forgettable that most people can't even remember you were in it. That's not a journey, that's a weekend staycation in Grimsby. He told me how excited he was and that he's rooting for it too. I literally got
it's not gonna come, like, realistically.
I think I'm gonna take it. Got enough juicers.
I mean, yeah, of course he does. He's not like this evil guy. Like, duh. Like, sure, of course he does. This doesn't mean a whole lot.
Now it's getting jazzy.
Thumbs up. It's really reassuring to know that you're not embarrassing Iron Man. She also couldn't help adding that Riri is just so much better and smarter and more resourceful than Tony ever was. Because
should I do this?
She is. She's dumpster diving, whereas Tony Stark was this bajillionaire. What she's able to accomplish is remarkable.
Shouldn't even go for this one. I go for this one.
Really? Tony Stark was... Nope, I'm not doing it. I'm not replaying that same fucking clip that everyone's using to respond to this. But you do get the point here. Tony's wealth and resources counted for absolutely nothing when he was imprisoned in that cave in Afghanistan. In fact, I'd argue that he had even less resources to work with than
both
Riri,
bad
who
squares.
had all the time in the world to design and refine her suit, whereas he was forced to cobble his together against the clock, with armed terrorists watching his every move. But hey, why let facts and reality get in the way?
Let's see if he's gonna give us queen for the rook now. That would be good.
This movie is going to be the next Snow White. I've got a feeling. Like, it's
Well,
going to
then
be
he's
the
fucked.
next one that comes out that everybody hates. People are massively shitting on him. And it's a TV show? Oh, sorry, it's a TV show. Let me think. Is there a TV show that's been a huge failure recently?
I'm gonna use all of my pieces for this. Yes.
It's a sick thing, really.
I'm gonna take all of his points. He hasn't understood some things.
Yeah, this is Marvel's The Acolyte. I think there's a very good chance it's going to be Marvel's The Acolyte.
Marvel have completely lost control of the narrative narrative around this show, and people can now see it for exactly what it is. A cheap, lazy, and pandering attempt to exploit the legacy and coolness of one of the MCU's most popular characters, born from the hubris of a different era when Marvel believed they could do no wrong, and reluctantly sharted out half a decade later into a time when they seemingly can't do anything right. A show that even the creators seem embarrassed and afraid to release, and if the trailer's anything to go by, they probably should be. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Fucking go away now.
The funny thing about this too
Look at
is
this.
that as soon as this happens, I think that more and more people are going to just like massively shit on this, and it will become like, this is the problem with like media now. And it's like, I can kind of feel bad for, I'm gonna link you guys the video. It's a Critical Drinker video. Make sure to give it a like. I think he's great. And one thing I like about his content is that it's short. And do you think a more flattering suit would have helped? No.
It says I can't take it.
I don't even think that this is a
Can I do this then?
protagonist problem. I think that if they were using, like, maybe if they had, like, for example, I don't know, like, I forgot what his name was, the new Spider-Man guy. Like, if they had him, like, kind of taking on Tony Stark's role after kind of what happened in Endgame, then, like, yeah, Tom Holland, yeah, if they had him taking on that role, I think it would be more popular, definitely, but I still don't think it would be, like, massively popular, because I just think that the story's been played out, right? It's just been played out, and people have seen it, and they're looking for something new, right? Miles Morales is better. Well, I don't know. I haven't paid attention to Spider-Man, right? But I'm just saying, like, that would be probably, and the reason why also is that, you know, the actress, and this is one of the big reasons too, is that, like, actors and actresses
I gotta pay attention now.
play a really big role in whether people are going to watch a movie or not. And so if you take an unknown actress comparatively, like with this woman here, and then you compare her with Tom Holland or Robert
Half an
Downey
hour.
Jr.,
Half an hour more.
you're really going to have a huge problem. Like, for example, you know, Chris Hemsworth was well known before Thor. Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, this one has to go definitely.
Iron Man.
And then how about we just trade queens?
And then also it had like Jeff Bridges in it. I mean, Samuel Jackson. I mean, okay, like, do I even need to begin? Scarlett Johansson was very well known. Yeah, the new, like, all of Doctor Strange. Yeah, exactly.
Let me see if I can make him sacrifice something.
Chris Evans was well known. Mark Ruffalo was well known. Every single actor that came into the Marvel,
I could have done this before.
the Avengers, was extremely well known. Right? I mean, they were not all A-list actors, but they were all either A-list or very close to it. And so, yeah, that's what I would say. And was Chris Evans, though? Chris Evans was, I think that he was probably maybe one of the riskiest picks, but he had already been, you know, the fucking, he wasn't Mr. Fantastic. He was the living torch or whatever, the Human Torch, in the Fantastic
The living torch.
And so he had already been like a supporting character in his
I don't know.
right? So it was a
I
pretty
want
safe
this.
position for them to go with him because they had already
Actually
seen
want this rank.
actor. Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah.
so was Matthew McConaughey. But like the fact is that every actor in that
Then I guess I want to
that
go
cast was
here.
extremely fucking good, right? They were extremely good actors.
That's
and
annoying.
all well known. And then you compare it to this girl who was in, you know,
Then I can do this or this.
apparently didn't really like that movie, or at least they thought it was a big downgrade from the first one. And so, yeah, you're gonna have a really
Just
bad
for fun.
time. And I think this is an element of it that isn't considered a whole lot. And it's kind of like a good
This.
example is like using like I think that something like, I mean, recasting is always bad, but it's especially bad whenever you're taking a really well-known actor and then replacing them with somebody who, you know, audiences might think is like not as good, like what's happening with The Witcher, for example. And
Shit!
I think that's also like, I mean, like Johnny Depp, like Mads Mikkelsen is like really popular, and I think everybody likes him.
I messed up terribly.
Definitely way more famous
Oh no.
right? I mean, like, let's be honest.
Oh nah. Now he's not blundering anything.
Fucking 30, 40 years. And so, if you bring in somebody who isn't as well known, it's going to affect the It will. And I think that's the big problem.
And this and nothing. Damn! I blundered. My points back now.
Like a really good example of good casting is
this one, right?
Christoph Waltz, who was casted by Quentin Tarantino. And the first movie, one of the first movies he was ever in, because he was in German cinema, is that he was cast as what do you call him? As Hans Landa, right, in *Inglourious Basterds*, and it was so good that it made him like a fucking immediate, instantaneous A-list actor.
Was that good or bad? I can take this.
And also, he followed it up with really good roles too.
And then I can take the Queen.
Yeah, Heisenberg. Yeah, well, I mean, no, he was still well known. Ryan Reynolds for Deadpool. Well, Ryan Reynolds had been in some other good movies in the past. I don't think that's entirely fair to say that about Ryan Reynolds. But I mean, Deadpool is definitely like.
You might have a trick then with the check.
For sure. And so, like, what I'm saying, and Django Unchained, yeah, well, that's the main
Okay.
I was thinking about other ones too. But in general, that's the way I see it, right? And Van Wilder is goated. Yeah, I mean,
Should I get the knight in? Or should I play... What could the knight even do? Oh yeah, the knight is...
definitely increase the hype for the show.
He also...
The truth is, the only time
Yeah, the knight is good enough.
Marvel movies with Doctor Doom was about Robert Downey Jr. So you can complain and get mad about it all you want, that like, oh, you're replacing the guy. And
Now I got this twice.
but the fact is, the only reason that we're talking
Can't protect it.
he was the one that got cast.
And I need to mate him. Or I'm pooped.
Yeah, no one's more iconic than Hugh Jackman.
Bro, it's raining so much.
That's probably true. Honestly, like, yeah, that's definitely true. Green Lantern, yeah, I watched Green Lantern, the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern movie. Yeah, not so great. It was the first time I saw him as an actor. Well, yeah, well, Robert Downey Jr. had like a 10 to 15 year crash out, and in the process of that, he, went to jail.
Oh, that was bad. I should have... Any other square. Damn. Ah, the worst square.
And did a lot of drugs, drug addict, yeah, exactly. And then he came back, he did Iron Man, he did like a few other roles. It was mainly Iron Man and Tropic Thunder, right? And like those two roles came out, and that...
If I go here now, that's like a mate threat. At first, at least.
And as soon as that shit happened, but
He has to play this, or this, or this.
Sherlock Holmes, that was the other one. Captured? Yeah, they've been completely captured. How come
Or this.
audiences find their ways into shows that represent pop culture in the first place?
No, you can't play this.
Why is because those unpopular ideas are very strongly motivated. In a lot of the
Okay. Now I go back here. And lose the bishop.
done by the majority of people. There's a very small minority of people that are incredibly weaponized and militant and aggressive, and those people are the ones that actually cause
And
this to happen.
that's just bad. Oh. Yeah, that's just bad. Oh no, I can give this check. No.
To be good, her genius exists in spite of the system. That fact alone could be treated as morally redemptive, slapping back, even if she teams up with a bunch of criminals. This, of course, is a gross and weak abandoning of the idea of a moral compass, of innate values, and a refusal to let your circumstances dictate your behavior or skew your
And I think this is another big component too that like he's bringing up is that
Only move, right? Only move to stay alive, any. At least he has to go here somewhere. So I can take this.
the problem also is that it limits the audience of a show like that to one specific culture. Like for example, a movie like Lord of the Rings or a show like The Lion King or I don't know, like any old like Gladiator, right? Like this is something
This is a mate threat now.
like almost every like Dragon Ball Z is another
Nice.
example of this. All of these things
And if he tries to block, I can go back here.
generations of people worldwide. But whenever you create your identity and you create your struggle system around contemporary cultural identity politics, you limit the amount of audience that that show can ever even appeal to in the first place.
Yes. Yes, yes.
In these newer identity-driven narratives, moral ambiguity isn't used to interrogate the self, it's used to accessorize the self. It's a vibe. These characters are often written to be cool, edgy, or unapologetic. There may also be a deeper...
That's because the people that are writing them think that they are cool, edgy, unapologetic. That's the reason why. It's because that's what they, I wouldn't say that's what they are. That's not true. That's what they think they are.
Narcissistic investment in identity itself as a form of prestige or moral high ground. In this reading, the character's identitarian life becomes a kind of permanent rebuttal to the surrounding world. Therefore, their choices need not be judged by conventional standards. Identity becomes its own moral currency. To transgress is not to sin, but to reject an imposed morality.
Bro, like, is that popcorn? Let me see. Next, we don't need more of these. Bro.
Oh.
They knew.
Yeah, that's right as well. Where's my king gonna go?
So do some dodgy shit or whatever.
I've been internalizing a really complicated situation in my heat.
This, of course, is also a garbage outlook.
This one.
Wild temptation,
I think that bishop is gonna be strong.
Rimming and spilling over is a real proposition for too many people. There are multiple better ways to contest the system through public service, creative expression and music, and on the screen, and in the John Lewis formulation of getting into good trouble. So let's look at some contrasts in how identity can be explored on screen. Get Out is not simply a horror film with racial...
It's insane the kind of problems that these people have, bro. Like, it's so annoying. Like, I see this with all the times with video games, too. And, like, if you just look at these people, like, if you want to find out if a game's going to be good or not with, like, the story, just go find the Twitter accounts of, like, a few of the people that are the writers of the game. And just, like, you know, like, posting, like, yeah, I'm writing on this. Okay, well, go look and see what the kind of stuff they say is. And if it's the kind of stuff that you all know what it is, the game's going to suck. It's going to be garbage.
Themes, but a savvy indictment of liberal hypocrisy.
Maybe should have blocked this pawn move.
It builds its commentary of race relations in America into the architecture of the plot, where the polite, progressive family are not malevolent in the overt, backwards racist sense, but are exploitative in a way that is far more insidious. They admire blackness, even if they appropriate and hollow it out. Jordan Peele marries genre elements, body horror, thriller, and surrealism to thematic depth. Everything from the use of silence to the claustrophobic camera work supports the central anxiety. Being seen not as a person, but as a body, as a vessel for someone else's narrative.
He found it way better.
It lures you in.
I go here.
With charm and familiarity.
Yeah, that's about right.
And then reveals the
White equals bad. I think that, like, I mean, again, a lot of things like that, I think you can explore topics like that that are mature and not necessarily have it be narrowed down to that. I like, this seems like the kind of, like...
That would be a terrible blunder. I would love.
This seems like the kind of passive, weird racism where it's like, there's a white family and, like, the black kid gets in the car and they turn on the hip-hop song for him. Like, that kind of, they're like, oh, this one's for you. Right? That's kind of what this seems like to me. Decent movie? Yeah. So it's like there's a degree of, like, patronizing bigotry of low expectations racism that's prevalent with a lot of liberal and conservative people, but they think that it makes them good people because they're trying to, like, help what they consider to be...
His sacrifice is way faster. If he would do it. Oh, now he fucked himself.
That manages to be politically biting, dramatically compelling, and
I go here.
Ironheart, a show containing armor, socio-cultural armor, and literal armor. A dome-curling trifecta, which relies on hand-me-down iconography. Characters are archetypes of messaging, not people. Identity is a checkbox exercise. Riri Williams makes a succession of morally shitty decisions, and the show, supposed to be an affirming, stylish, identity-driven exercise, ends up as a rating
I go here.
and moral cesspool, and its failure must really be down to review bombing or reaction beats.
Well, what I find to be really funny about this is that there's like all of these stories about how you have like these characters that do all this bad stuff. I think that this is like such a toxic form of representation. Meanwhile, you have guys like that one black guy that's running Red Lobster now, and apparently, bro, they're cooking. So how is it that you're doing a worse job telling a story than just real life? Like that's the like literally, yeah. Like he's turning it around exactly. Like that should be like he's 25, he's 35, something like that, right? And so yeah, it's just it's so weird that they have these problems because even in real life you can have examples that tell 1,000 times better racial stories.
Whew.
And I wouldn't even say a story is necessarily racial, right? Like if you want to add that element into it, you have so many other great examples of this in real life. And why are you doing it like this?
Again? Bro, I love this gambit.
Being ahead of its time, or whatever. Anyway, you're to blame, sir. Or you could not tell us a sweet old IP desecrating and shittily discombobulating used not for empathy or insight, but as a cynical humor, lazy writing and mean-spirited commentary, and which drowns in its own self-referential retarded disdain, uses identity.
This, by the way, is 100% written by millennials. This is a millennial show right here. There it is.
Politics as cudgel and gimmick, with a meta approach that comes off as snaring and self-loathing, failing both source material and its new themes by being performatively edgy, without any emotional
No, I need to get out of there.
stunning emotional precision. A film that speaks in glances and silences.
Here? No. Here? No. Here? Looks the best.
Poor and gay. Chiron isn't a case study in intersectionality. He is a living, breathing character, shaped by circumstance, but not defined solely by it. The film's triptych structure, showing Chiron as a child, teenager, and a hardened adult, allows Jenkins to explore the tension between internal identity and external performance. What does it mean to grow up in a world that punishes softness in black men? How do you protect your sense of self in such a world? Jenkins answers these questions not...
And you can see how kind of the difference with this is that like these are ideas and themes that transcend an individual identity group and they transcend a generation.
Maybe that was sucky. That was probably very sucker.
It's genuine, it's direct.
Statements, but with the gentle sway of the camera, the bath of blue light, the halting
3 times. It's alright, right? I can handle this. Now I go here. Then I go... just here?
Or drag names available. Not so good.
Why can't I do anything about this shit? Yeah, this knight has to go.
Or you could just watch the Society of Magical Negroes, which follows a young black man who is inducted into a secret organization of black people whose job is to use charm, de-escalation, and self-effacement to make white people feel comfortable.
This is the reason, like, how, like, you set yourself up to lose. Like,
That was so terrible, bro.
expect a white person to go up to the box office and be like, yeah, can I get 2 for the magical story of the successful, you know, like, I mean, really?
Oh shit! He can just take it and mate me. Bro.
This is a satirical critique of racial dynamics, but its satire sucks. Neither sharp enough to provoke thought, nor funny enough to entertain, leaving it stranded in an uncanny zone of
No, he messed up.
I think that's also another really good point that he's bringing up too.
How can I finagle myself out of this shit?
Hide their messaging through irony.
This one needs to be the protector now. That's alright.
It's kind of like you can never have a moment of like serious.
That's also alright.
Without like a hit or a moment of just quick, haha, you know, funny, stupid little joke. It's basically like, and it makes sense for like a movie like Thor Ragnarok. It's a fucking superhero movie, okay? Like it's supposed to be a comedy. It's a funny fucking action movie. But like whenever you're not doing that and you're still using that same formula, it just doesn't work.
Replacing nuance with quirk and moral clarity or self-conscious detachment appeals to no one. Too glib for those seeking depth, too self-congratulatory for those craving subversion, and too soft for audiences who expect that.
Bro, I'm so hardcore defended now from this bishop. He can't do shit.
Offers an extreme and confrontational take.
A lot of the people that are writing these stories don't
Oh shit!
understand how to write men's experiences in a way that is like it resonates with men, basically. I think this is a huge problem. And like I've noticed this a lot with stories.
An identity that is thematically rich, blending body horror, social satire, and feminist allegory. The film centers on a middle-aged actress who undergoes a grotesque cosmetic transformation.
Bitch. Biatch. Okay, he plays bad but fast. And just take all of his things for a couple of times.
The horror elements aren't just stylistic flourishes, they're the natural extension of a system that devours female autonomy in the name of empowerment. It uses genre as a scalpel to dissect societal obsession with the body. The film's bold, enraged, and at times even camp, but beneath its plus...
There's a lot of women that have this problem, like, I mean, about the idea of, like, you get older and, like, people treat you differently, etc., because, like, you're not attractive to them in the same way anymore. Like, it's actually really bad. Like, I've seen it happen. Like, I'm now, you know, I'm an old man now. And so, like, I've seen this happen to, like, multiple women over the years, and it is really sad to see. Yeah, no, it's sad to see. What about dudes? Well, this is something that happens primarily to women. Like, obviously, things like this happen to men and women, but this is definitely something where it's, like, 95, 98% of, like, this type of dynamic is experienced by women.
Yeah, I'm gonna take all of his points now.
Isn't necessarily only like I would say like if you're thinking about like what if you're trying to compliment a man, I think attractiveness and appearance might be in your top three. If you're trying to compliment a woman, attractiveness and appearance is probably your top three. That's just how it is. So that's the difference. Like, yeah, I mean, you just did a big save, did I? I don't even know what I said. But anyway, yeah, biological value to create even offspring. Exactly. Like, that's a lot of women's, like, women have, like, an intrinsic innate value because they can have kids. And so whenever they're older and they're not able to have kids or for whatever reason,
oh shit!
That's not really as viable, then their biological value goes down.
I just gave the piece back right away, man.
Yeah, but use your whole selling point.
Why?
Visuals are clear and disturbing questions. Well, fuck it, chuck on She-Hulk, Johnny at Law, shallow empowerment by community, it's gender politics, TikTok deep, and it dodges dramatic engagement in favor of snarky war winnings.
Can I just take all the tanks?
Treated like a meme template, ready to post, shallowly drawn, and gone next day.
The less he has, the better it is, right? I have 3 connected passports still. I can do this. Okay, white squares are my friends.
Yeah, it's the same reason why a lot of the people that make comments about liking older women never actually post the photos of the women that they're pretending to like. That's the reason why. And I think again, like just you know, that's just the way it is. truth. Older, yes, older. When they say older women, they're talking about 27, okay?
Reacting to your legitimate disdain. While Dallas Buyers Club is nominally about the libertarian hustle of Ron Woodruff, a straight rodeo-riding electrician given a death sentence by an AIDS diagnosis, its emotional core resides in the character of Rayon, a trans woman living with HIV, whose presence gradually cracks Woodruff's macho bluster and exposes the deeper moral terrain of the story. Rayon is not framed as a political statement or sociological lesson. She's funny, tragic, wounded, and resilient. And crucially, she is allowed to be fully human. Her femininity isn't exaggerated into parody, nor is her trans.
I think that's also another thing is that with a lot of the characters in like these stories that are written to be basically an identity group and not a person, that's exactly what they are. They don't have any personality and they don't have anything really that they do themselves that like makes them interesting. And to the extent that they do, it's very one-dimensional and they don't have any weaknesses. Like I've noticed this a lot with like video games where like you can have certain characters and like whenever there are characters that are part of certain identity groups, you can almost guarantee
Oh shit!
that this character will be the morally good, competent, correct character in most circumstances. And like, have you guys noticed that? Yeah, Mary Sue's basically, it's quite common.
Reduced to a single-note source of trauma or inspiration, the film finds extraordinary pathos in the small gestures, the way Rayon dresses for dinner, her moments of maternal care towards Ron, the unbearable pain in her eyes during a visit with her disapproving father. The character is drawn with enough specificity
I'm not sure, man.
to avoid tokenism, and her relationship with Ron transcends the predictable arc of bigot.
And here's another reason why, too. This is another big factor.
No, that was bad. That was the worst thing. Yeah. No, you're gonna win.
That like isn't taken into consideration enough is that a lot of these really shitty movies have shitty directors and shitty actors. They suck. So of course the movie's gonna suck. That's it. Hard carried by actors. Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, what movie isn't, right? In almost all movies, they're hard carried by actors.
Tolerance. It becomes something messier and more truthful, a reluctant alliance, grounded in shared vulnerability. Dallas Buyers Club
Check, dead.
identity-based storytelling, emotional heft, because it doesn't isolate Rayon as other.
Yeah.
It allows her interior life to unfold within the same moral frame as every other character. That's what makes her fate all the more captivating and meaningful. But Amelia Perez is
Don't feel it, man.
supposed to be about trans stuff, automatically elevating it to some kind of profound elevated status, automatically lending it some kind of gravitas and sense of
For real.
moment, right? Never mind that it's a total grab bag of gender politics garbage, crime opera, and pop musical. A confused and garish visual and audio nightmare, where identity themes are rendered as surreal spectacle rather than human drama. And the penis...
It's so weird, isn't it? Like, it's so weird. The message of the movie is more important than a well-developed character. Yeah, I think so too. And then I think also, it's that a lot of these stories are afraid to tell compelling characters that are in, like, negative positions. Like, they're afraid to tell compelling villain characters in a lot of different ways because they're worried that, like, people might identify with the villain, right?
To Vagina Song will haunt our collective memories and be a worse imposition upon our collective musical sensibilities
It's just weird,
since that time U2 shoved their dreary new album into everyone's playlist without asking.
Yeah.
And now that stupid fucking dogshit song is rattling around my head, and I need to go off and listen to literally anything else to purge it from my psyche. By the way, just before I go, you can now find me over on Substack, where, in addition to my spluttering ramblings on popular culture, you can also find a plethora of articles on politics, society, and the wider world. But don't worry, my signature tone of disagreeable, curmudgeonly cynicism, with occasional bright spots of misguided optimism, perhaps because I was born foolish, abides there as well. If you think you'd like to sign up for a free subscription, it would really help out a lot. The link is in the description.
Bro, ads.
I actually was like this. And, yeah.
Shut up, Asmongold. Shut up. I don't really care. These two are very annoying. I take this. And then I might even play this one, just I want to kill this guy. Maybe that's not even hanging a pawn because I got this. Ooh. Ooh. Oh damn, I can do this as well. And now I have some options. Ooh! Now I do this. Let's pick up the knight and win the game. Should I do this? Just for some extra checks. Nah, should have taken the pawn. It's annoying to take him. And I lost my time! He's gonna win on time again, man. Sneaky little boy. I'm so slow, man. I don't know what happened. It was 1 minute, just... Maybe it's like I'm juiced out. And just avoid. Yes. One trick. It's a trick. It's a little trick. A trickle. What? Could I have just taken the knight? Yes. No. Yes. Yes, I still can. And I'm gonna do it now. Right about now. The queen is so good. My queen is so bad. That's how I lose my time. I say something and then I go into a deep think where nothing happens, and then I lost on time. So I just give it random check and try to trade queens. He wants to avoid it. And I want to encourage it. I just go here. Oh, he wants to make an attack on this side. Oh shit. Let's see. I got the triangle of death now. So I just have to deflect some more, right? That's a checkmate. No! But at least I can check him? Check this out. Do I have a viewer? No, I don't have a viewer, but check this out still. He's pinning my queen and he thinks he's out of the game, but I give him this check and he has to take it with the rook. So his queen is undefended. And now I just can't lose on time. Free check. Free check. Pin. So I can trade. It's still pinned. Attack it once more. Can still win it. Has to take it like this. I go here. Go here. I go here. Go here. Push, push. Third queen. If he wants to give me a double pawn, he has to... That's not a thing, man. Ain't no thing. Can't mate me. Nope. I'm gonna finagle everything, man. I'm gonna take all of the pawns for it. Okay, this one. What's he gonna do anyways? He can't do shit. Ooh! Slice and dice everything he has. I will go here. And now he's protected. So I just go here. I can trade one rook. Okay. Yeah, that is correct. I might have finagled myself here. Bro, I'm pooped. I'm playing against John Mayer. Okay, bye bye. I'm gonna end the stream right now.